My name is Max Green. I'm 68 years old. Coming to the center with my dad for a number of years. My dad was a member of the center for like 25 years, but he passed away in October, end of October. He died of a heart attack. Actually, funny, he died of a heart attack in the hospital. He had suffered one heart attack, and then apparently he was getting much better, and on Friday, he was supposed to be discharged the next day. Saturday, he was there for a week, and then as he was walking back to his room with the physical therapist, he had another heart attack, and that did him in. But
now, did you have a story about your dad?
yeah, he was very, up to the last day, he was very active. He never had any debilitating diseases in terms of arthritis or dementia or memory loss, and he was pretty active.
But you were saying something about your dad?
Yeah, my dad was very active since he was, I guess, a youngster. He went into tailoring at the age of 15, and he became what you might call a master tailor. And he was born in Poland, in the city of Lublin, which was a center for. They had the largest yeshiva in Europe, in Lublin, prior to the war, and that's where he was born. My mother was born there, and when the Germans attacked Poland, he left the country with his parents and my mother. But my mother's parents didn't want to leave because they weren't aware of what was going to happen. So eventually, they were all rounded up and they were sent to different concentration camps all over Poland. And they all died except my mother because she got out.
Where were your parents?
My parents?
Yeah, where did they go to live?
Oh, what happened was, then we went, they left Poland, and they eventually ended up in Russia, Asiatic Russia, Uzbekistan, which is mostly a Muslim country. That's where he ended up staying until after the war. And once he got there, because he was a tailor, he didn't have any problems finding a job. So he ended up working in a factory that produced uniforms for the Russian troops. So one day, this was, I guess, soon after I was born, he told me he got a letter from the Russians and saying that he was drafted, the military, in the city of Pakistan, and he should report the next day. So he showed the letter to the manager of the factory, and he said to the manager, "Look, I can't come to work tomorrow." And the manager said, "Why not?" And he showed him the letter and said, "Oh no, we need you here. This isn't going to work." So he wrote a letter. He said, "Wait here. I'm going to write you a letter." He said, "Wait here. I'm going to write you a letter, and you take this letter with you tomorrow." So my dad waited. He got the letter, and the next day he showed the guy the letter, and he said, "Okay, you're excused, but everybody else has to, And he went back to the factory, and that saved his life.
Why? Where were the guys who were drafted? What happened with them?
My father said they ended up in the Battle of Stalingrad, and that's what he told me. I don't know how he knew, but I guess word gets around. I guess and that was the job saved his life. So after the war, we went to Germany, and we had to go at night because it was difficult to leave Russia. So my father tells me that we had to travel at night. He had to pay off some border guards because he had some jewels with him at that time. And once he got to Germany, he ended up in a DP camp, displaced person camp in Krems, which is near Cologne. So when he got this, now my father's about 6 feet, 6'3" or 6'4", and he was very well built. And So once he got there, the Americans who ran the camp said they offered him a job as a police officer inside the camp, but without a gun, and he took it. So because he figured, a police officer, gets extra rations and so forth and so on, and so he was a police officer for several years until 50, until the year we came to New York. And he tells me a story that he was fed up because he applied to come here and soon after he got to the camp, and it took like 4 years before legal permission came. And he said to me once, he said, look, he told me if I don't get permission within 6 months, we're going to Israel, because in Israel you didn't have to. You just left, right? Everybody was considered a Jew and citizens of Israel. But soon after he made that statement, he got permission to come to New York, and that was it.